Hello everyone, it's me again with the Maestro, me the Maestro. So in this video we are going to construct one of man's greatest inventions, a crane, and we're going to try and get the block out of here finally so we can get this moving on, so I can take the crank out. So yeah, that's this episode. So if you're not subscribed already, please make sure to do so. It really just help me out in the quest to modernise the Maestro. So as some of you may be aware, in the last video I asked, what do you guys think I should do? I kind of agree with it because I saw this lovely Maestro Van den Pla picture here and I was like, you know what? Why couldn't we turn this into like a little bit of like a modernised Maestro? Nothing silly like a tablet on the dash, but you know, a bit more soundproofing, a bit more creature comforts, etc. So that's what I'm going to do. And I also, finally, got myself a Haynes manual. So I actually know where things go. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to be reading this. Got the lovely MacBook out as well. This piece of history. Anyone remember these? I love to use vintage MacBooks and vintage computers all the time when I can. Vintage being about 14 years old. So yeah, here we go. Let's get to it. So someone on this great platform asked me why I removed the bonnet. I was 1,000 steps ahead of myself because I'd never read this Haynes manual before, and it says in there, remove the bonnet. So go me. So all I have to do is go through all of this and just, yeah, God, I do love a Haynes manual. Brilliant stuff. So I'll get to this and you'll see me do it. Right, how does this thing go? This is where I end up creating like some sort of major abomination.
Robo bitch.
I feel like New York in the 50s. As I wipe the sweat off my brow, I now understand this is man's job to create, and I am fulfilling that very purpose right here. Get it. Is that the wrong way around? Yes. Why is she so long? Number, it's got legs 11 on it. God damn. I guess that's how she works. So I assume I have to then manoeuvre it into place. Pump this old boy up. Well, obviously I need to tighten it first because that ain't the most sturdy thing I've ever done. I've got to tighten her all up first. And then she's good to go. And then we can start disassembling that. It's... What time is it on the G-Shock? Sometime. Love me a good old watch. Drop watch comments in the comments. However, we now need to wait for the big old drill to charge, and then we shall the impact, maximum impact gun, and then we can figure out how to use this contraption. So I've got to remove all these ancillaries, and this is really annoying me. Stop. Thank you. So, okay. Anyway, I've got to remove all these ancillaries and stuff, so I've got to remove all that. These two things, I think they're ballasts. Got to remove those two. This from the fuel system, got to remove that. Alternator, distributor, and then I'm hoping then we can start working on the gearbox and everything. You noticed I've already cracked a bolt because I'm a bit of a child, and then we can start obviously getting her all, yeah, ready to be lifted out. So you'll join me in a second when I start to go through this a bit more. So this here is my next obstacle, the clutch cable retaining plate. So I've got to slide that out, and then I've got to unhook all that, and then that will free this off once I've sorted out that other linkage over there. So I'll sort that out now. So basically, to remove this, you tighten that off, which slackens this end off, and then you push that off of there, and then that takes that off of there. So let's get to the rest of it. This is our next bit. This is for the gear linkage, I believe, the gear change rod. So what I need to do is I need to not drop more grips. I need to detach this from this lever, and then we shall to the gear thingy moving in there. Then I think more or less everything's detached, so we need to then, I assume what's next on this list is we need to remove all the other, we need to take the alternator off next. So I'm going to do that, that first. So this is the next bit, a little 10mm at the bottom of it, and then this little 14 at the top. You just pull them both out, and then that separates that from there. There's also another one with a little spring clip or jubilee clip or whatever the hell you would call it on there. You just do the same thing with that. So that is removed, part of that anyway, from the gearbox. So now I think there's just one more piece, which is here to remove, and then I think that looks like a one more piece to remove, and then the whole thing's off, and then it's just taking that last ancillary off. So to remove the alternator, you've got one bolt here, and then you've got another one down here. So I will get to that. The only problem is I can't get my access cover off because all of my screws, as you can see, are very badly rusted. So I'm going to have to figure out another way to do that. You might not have to do that. Sorry for that twirl there. You might not have to do that, but I'm going to have to. So there's probably an easier way for me to do it, but I'm probably going to have to come in from this angle and use the mighty impact wrench. So I'll do that. We'll go from there. Actually, ignore me there. It's just a little ball joint on top of there on that actuator. So you don't actually have to move that out and mess about with that. Just that little ball joint. You pull that off, then all your gear linkage is disconnected. So what is next? That is next, I believe. We'll consult our Haynes manual and you'll see me in a sec. So that's our alternator out, easy enough. So it's just that 14 in there that I had to fiddle about with. And now what else do we have? Well, we've just got, is it just the engine mounts left? I think so. So I've got to support this with a jack underneath. Oh, in fact, no, it's the drive shafts next, so I'm going to have to do that. I believe it is anyway. Consult our manual. Remember, boys, this isn't a how-to, this is like a vlog. So, consult our manual. Cool. Right, let's do our thing. So the next step is you've got to remove the drive shaft caps and then slide the drive shaft out. Now, there's these little hex bolts here, which are I think the 5/16. Yeah, they are. So you just, they've got no torque to them, so you're just doing with that. Funny thing is, and a little thing to note, is they have these lovely little caps on the end. So that's pretty brilliant, but you've got to take, I think it's two, and I think there's 3 on each side, so I'll get to taking them off. So if you are stupid so if you are a bit stupid or an entrepreneur like me, who just decides to do things completely at random, a bit of a trailblazer as you will, you'll realise in the Haynes manual it says somewhere to keep the wheels on to remove these drive shafts. Now why is that? Because they spin. So what I've decided is to become the wheel. So I just stand on here, it's in first obviously. I then push against it and voila, it keeps the drive shaft where it needs to be, and then I can undo these. How brilliant is that? I just don't know how it's going to work for this side, because I'm not Stretch Armstrong or you know, like salad fingers or anything like that. So let's see what we can do. There we go, that's both of them off and marked up. Oh my word, that was a frigging struggle. Because I had to go like this. I had to have one foot on here, like that. Then I had to have one hand in there like this. And I had to fucking sit there, push one way and pull the other way. Frigging nightmare, but at least we did it. So now all that's left to do is support the engine with a block of wood and a jack, which I do have over there, and then somehow attach that to there, because I don't have the equipment to do that, but I have this. So I'll try that. Worst comes to worst, we are bought, and it sits there on a whatchamacallit for a while. Well, until I buy one, which will be a week or so. And then we take it out. But the weird thing about these Maestros is you've got to take all of the engine and box out together. If you notice, there's just a mount there and a mount there, and then there's this little one there that goes to this. It's like a tie bar or something at the bottom there, you can see. And that's how it comes out. Gosh, I am dying. It's what time is it? It's about 7 o'clock. I don't have the watch on because I don't want to ruin my life. Let's just get the watch, check what time it is. It is 7 o'clock. So it's a school night. I'm going to go get a bath because I'm dying. And you'll join me tomorrow where we'll switch to the shot of the watch showing tomorrow. You join me again on another day with the charged up loom, might I add. Damn. Anyway, so today I've got to put that under there, and then I've got to take it off the engine mount. So we'll start doing that. Firstly, I need to wrap this around somehow, some way, so we can then obviously crane her out when we're done. So I'll get that done now. Here we are, my friends. We are prepped. We have that there, that under there, supporting it from the middle of the gearbox and where the engine and the gearbox meet, with something underneath it so it doesn't damage it. So what we need to do is undo all this engine mounting here, undo this one here from there, and then we should be free. I think there's one more actually just underneath, and then we'll be free. So we'll do that. We need to follow the book, however, so I'll go get that. Now. So it's just making it avoid everything, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Feels like it's got.
The gearbox didn't catch the battery tray.
Yeah. Got it. I can't believe it's out. Bloody hell. At this point. Love it. Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Look down there, Katie, at that. The epic support that we had. What's happened? Oh, I'll be alright. I'll get a new one. I just want Katie to look at the support. Right, so we need to get it. Where are we putting it?
Keep going, you're not iron.
Oh.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There. Right.
Right. Oh no, I'm losing coolant. Guess there was still some left in there. Oh, that's wicked. Right, put it on my nice carpet. I need to work on it in comfort.
Is it going on that?
Yeah, put it on whatever. Nice carpet. Watch it. You're alright. You're alright, don't worry about it.
Chaotic.
I'll be able to just lift this block into my car, won't I? Yeah, there's a better block, yeah. Cool. Gearbox is most of the weight on that. Yeah, I know. Let's let it down. I can't believe it, it's out. That's crazy. I would have been pissing about with that for like 6 years if you're uncle.
There you go.
Cheers for that.
You've done it all.
So my friends, that is it. Thanks to Phil and Mel who helped with the logistics. Thanks to you down there who Amazon didn't want back, but then provided me the support we needed to get the 1275 A Series out. So of course now the next video is going to be me disassembling this, getting the box off, and then stripping everything else off the block, so we can then obviously send this away, and we're going to be sending the head away and getting some stuff sorted out that I'll mention later. So this is going to be going away. I'm going to paint that red. I might paint the block red. I'm not 100% sure yet. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea. It's ruined my nice carpet though, which I'm very pleased about because I hate this thing. That's why it's in here. But this is friggin' fantastic. We're literally this close now. All it needs to do is get its crank machined. That the bore's honed. That needs stuff doing to it. And the head needs skimming on this, and these thingies posts need to be taken out. And then it can all go back in. So Mimi is engineless and very, very light. Can I pick her up? You hear that crunch when I tried it? I wonder if I can. No, I don't think I'm that good. Yeah, so that's about that for this episode. So thank you for watching and keep watching. Remember to subscribe for more of this engine thing. No, I'm joking. We're not going to be doing this one again. Thanks for watching. Keep watching and remember to subscribe for more of this Mimi the Maestro content with no engine.